Okay, for number one, we've got the old throw the ball straight up in the air speed problem. And the setup for that is the height always equals negative 16 t squared plus the initial velocity t plus the initial height. So for our function, we get negative 16 t squared plus 41 t plus 5. First, we have to figure out the time that the ball reaches its highest point, the vertex, and that's the opposite of b divided by 2a. That comes out to be 1.28125 seconds. So then we plug that back into the original function, and we get the height is going to be 31.266 feet squared. For number two, we got a rectangle, one side, and we're only using 3 sides of this because we're up against a pre-existing fence. So if we let x equal the width, then the long side of the fence has to be 250 minus 2x. So that makes the function for the area is going to be x times 250 minus 2x, because the area of a rectangle is length times width. That's your function. For number three, they want us to find the value of f times g at -2. Well, f times g of x is just going to be x cubed plus 1 times negative x plus 1. Then we just plug a -2 in for the x's. For the first one, we're going to get -8 plus 1, so that's -7. For the second one, we're going to get 2 plus 1 is 3, so that one comes out to be -21. For problem number 4, that's like the function that we had for number 2. So the width is going to, we'll let the width be x. That makes the length 36 minus 2x. We're going to multiply those two together, and we get 36x minus 2x squared. I switched them around just because we need to find what value of x is going to get us the maximum area. So we get the opposite. We're going to do the opposite of b over 2a again. So I get -36 over 2 times -2. That's going to be 9. Plug 9 back into the function. I just plugged it back into this one. You could plug it back into the first one. Doesn't matter. I get -2 times 9 squared plus 36 times 9. That comes out to be 162 square meters. For number 5, our function is going to be h of x equals -16x squared plus 40x plus 120. Well, the height of the ball when it hits the ground is 0. So we set our function equal to 0. I divided a -8 out just to see if maybe this would factor to solve it. But then I end up with 2x squared minus 5x minus 15. That doesn't factor. So we have to use a quadratic formula on the 2x squared minus 5x minus 15. That gives us 5 plus or minus the square root of -5 squared minus 4 times 2 times -15, which is 5 plus or minus the square root of 145 over 4. We only want the positive value, so the answer would be 5 plus the square root of 145 over 4. I assume that's the form they want the answer. This would be seconds. Since the problem said do not round, I assume they want the exact answer, and that would be the exact answer. 5 plus the square root of 145, all divided by 4. So there's your answers.